get that stream underway.
Think we're live?
And if we are live, and if everyone is here, and I just got the beautiful notification that we are, in fact, live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 1 hour, or as we would like to call it, the 60 minutes of Bahrain. My name is Nicholas Poitras. I'm joined by my host, Lane. We are here in qualifying. We're just under 13 minutes away from the end of quali. And we got some stuff going out on track. We're currently looking at the 36 car, Antoine Poncet. He has been oh so racy these last few races. He won last time out in Kota, won again out in Fuji. He's going to try to make it 3 times in a row here in qualifying as he's going for his first flying lap. He's got 14% energy as he's going through the double left-hander. One of the lowest cars in energy, so not a lot of fuel in that car. He's going to be quick. Frokov making his return after being away because of the Daytona 24 that was happening on iRacing. That was 2 weeks ago. He is back in the car, but he's in full fuel and looking to maybe make an impact. We'll have to see. William Stickley now coming out of the pits in the 51 car. So we have just about everyone here. We have 13 cars out in this session and 11 cars out on track. But enough out of me. Mr. Lane, our producer and my co-host, is here today. Lane, how are you doing? It's good to have you back.
Hold on, I gotta be fine right now. There we go. Now I'm fine.
Man! Oh man! We might need an instant replay on that. That was beautiful. Sometimes you need that for some of these races, ladies and gentlemen. But let's just say that was just a nice can of Pepsi, because Pepsi is a proud sponsor of 60 Hours of Bahrain.
I think it's Pepsi.
You don't? No? Fair enough. But you're back. We're good. We had a 2-week break. The reason why we weren't out last time was because the first real bit of racing happened out on track, and that was the 24 Hours of Daytona. And if you are a fan of LSR, it probably means you're a fan of FJ Endurance, and you probably heard my very lovely voice throughout the watch party that whole weekend. That was an awesome, awesome weekend, not just for me, but also for the entire FJ community. We brought in, over 3 streams, 94,000 viewers. That is insane. And that's not even including the starting grid stream. That alone brought in 130,000 streams. It was easily, I think it was, apart from one other illegal stream, it was the largest Daytona stream. And it was coming from our boy Jonah back in FJ. So, round of applause to Jonah and everything he's been doing to get me onto the grid, helping out with David as well. But that's almost entirely a Jonah effort. So, please go into his DMs and shower him with all the love in the world. But as we're looking out on track now, Antoine Poncet going through the final corner, absolutely dominant right now. He's 1.2 seconds up in front, and most importantly, that is going to be the main measure we'll have to look at for this qualifying, because he is oh so much faster than anyone else. Earl Bamber, I know that's not Earl Bamber. I think that might be Lenorand. No, it's not. Lenorand's in the Alpine. He's back in the Alpine. Someone is in the Cadillac, is in 38 car. He's 2 seconds down, but he is in third. He has 9% battery. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on there. Yeah, and you know, I gotta be honest with this qualifying session. There's not a lot happening so far. There's a few gaps on track, specifically Leonard and Kennedy, the closest between the two of them, 2 tenths apiece. Smolka and Harrison, also quite a big gap. Sutavong goes up in the 6, 2.8 seconds off. So there's some really big gaps here. So we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen as we go into the last bit of the session. Frokov sets a lap that puts him within a second. But now Earl Bamber, look at him going to the front of the timing sheets. Onto the front row he goes. and is only 2.5 tenths down on Ponset. So with the 8 minutes remaining, this qualifying battle nowhere near over. Lane?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Ponset, you know, he put that early time in. It was a pretty good time because he had like a whole second gap against everyone else with that Alpine right there. As you see, the Alpine's pretty strong. Well, in general, as I've been commentating for the last 3 races of LSR, I see the Alpine really go up in there. What's surprising me right now is the Cadillac of Earl Bamber.
It is Earl Bamber. I guess it is Earl
guess,
Bamber. I guess we'll have to take it as that. That is just multi-time sports car winner Earl Bamber.
I guess it is Earl Bamber. But we got Earl Bamber and Jury, 2-5 right now in that Cadillac right there. Frokov and Smolka always going to be up in front. Frokov getting a little bit better than Smolka at this point.
Exactly, and at this point, and Lane, please check commentary, VC. There's something for you. But yeah, with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left, we're gonna have to wait and see when those times are coming down. They are starting to come down a little bit because now we have 3 cars within a second. Philippe Smolka now into the top 4. Again, we've always seen him really quick on 1 lap pace. Now the big question is, when are we gonna see that pace really come alive? It might come alive in the last bit of the session. We'll have to wait and see. Bergqvist. Oh, there's Ponset. I'm just watching with Ponset on board. He just had to back out of his lap, completely messing up the double left-hander, which, hey, I don't blame him. That is easily the hardest corner on this track. And it's going to make for a lot of difficulty. Jonas Bergqvist, all the way down in 14th in Minnesota for Sweeney, hasn't set a lap yet. Something that we would love to see. Thank you so much, Lane. Is now we're looking on board with Earl Bamber, looking to start another flying lap. He has found an improvement. He's within 2 tenths now, so he's in striking range. We do know that when that Cadillac really gets down on it, whew, it is fast. But right now, we'll have to wait and see if he's able to challenge for pole. Going through the first sector, he's just a little bit down on his personal best. 1/100th of a second to be exact. Now, going into the trickiest part of the track. Oh, gets a little bit of a spin, and that's his qualifying run done, and back to the pits he will go. You saw him just trying to rotate the car a little bit and just over-rotated it, and that is him done for that session. We'll have to wait and see. Here's Philippe Smolka now coming into the final corner, looking to start another flyer. He's in the top 4 right now, 1.2 seconds down. So we'll have to wait and see. I thought he was going for another lap. No, he's not. He's actually just on the midst of a lap. And right now, he's pretty far down on his time. We'll have to get some specifics on this. I'm going to look towards my beautiful timing sheet and MFD. Not going to give it to me, Mr. Thing? No? Okay, that's okay. It's usually, you know, LSR sometimes likes to give me sectors. This time, it's not giving me sectors. There it is. So, as of right now, a 32.4 for Smolka. It's a 10th off of his personal best. He has Ponset behind him, who Ponset's going to like that draft. Thank you very much. As now he's coming through that middle sector. We'll have to wait and see what that middle sector time is compared to some of the other guys. As Jerome Leonard has now made it up into P4 in the 972 Alpine with a 147.346 and a 48.4 in the middle sector. So he's 2 tenths up on Leonard in the first sector, 2 tenths down in the middle sector, and now as we're entering into the final corner, we're now going to get a clearer picture of what this lap's going to be. I think this is going to be an improvement, but just barely. Is now out of the final corner, across the line goes the 7th car. Will this be an improvement? On his time, no. Well, it is an improvement. It's a 147.6, but it's not enough to move into P4. Now, we have 4 minutes remaining, and right behind Mr. Smolka is our qualifying leader, and that's Ponset. And now that he has Smolka up in front, this is going to be a really good opportunity, Lane, to get some distance between him and Bamber. He's got a fast car up in front, but he's got a big gap. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of dirty air he's going to have to deal with. But the main thing is that he's going to get that slipstream.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think if I was Ponset in that car, I would just start running last because that's 1/10 right behind Earl Bamber. I don't think that's actually Earl Bamber, by the way. Well, anyways.
No, it's not. No, it is not.
I just had a double take on that.
I think that's Jamie Mungate. I could be very wrong, but I do not know. I was looking at his flag earlier. I don't think it is Mungate. It's someone else. We will figure out
it's
the mystery
Earl
man, and when we
Bamber.
do, we will let you know.
But as I was saying, you know, that 110 gap is not going to be enough. Depending on just how much pace that Cadillac car has.
That's true. But the thing is, as well, is I think this is going to be turning into a bit of a 3-horse race between Ponset, Bamber, and Frokov. I asked in LME chat who that Bamber is. Once we figure out who the mystery man is, we will let you know. But until then, I do think it is a bit of a 3-man race. I think Frokov, he's been lapping on full fuel, so he is sandbagging a little bit. And now we can see him really flying through this back sector. 146.5 is his personal best, but he's 7/10 off of Ponset. With 2.5 minutes remaining, this is definitely the last opportunity for him to get a good lap in. But again, yeah, this top 3 group, I know Lenarin is right there in 8th, but I've been looking at the energy. Lenarin is running 20%, and if he's slower than a guy running 90%, I know what that race pace is going to be, and he won't be matching in that race. So I do think it is going to be a 3-horse race. We'll have to see how the Cadillac of Bamber is able to do, and same with Ponset as well. But Frokov, if he's within 7/10 on full fuel, watch out for him in the race. Yeah?
I thought that was coming up to the line. No, I was just a little bit of a...
That was so funny.
A little bit of a Pepsi talking right now.
Sorry, yeah, the Pepsi, excuse me, the 60 minutes of Bahrain sponsored by Pepsi. That's exactly what's happening. As we're looking on lower Frokov, he's down 4/10 in the first sector. We don't even have a middle sector time for Mr. Froky, so we'll have to wait and see what his time is. I think it's been invalidated, but with 1:18 left, we'll have to see how many people are really going to get that last lap in. I'm just going to quickly check on our lovely timing sheets. Ponset is on a quick time. He's faster than Frokov in the first sector on his time, but it's a slow lap, I'll tell you that for sure. As Ponset and Bamber, they are still out on track looking to improve their times. But yeah, you can see Ponset's just slower through the first and second sector. I do not think that time is going to come. He's going into the final corner. We'll have to wait and see. A lot of people in chat having a lot of technical issues from it here. Someone having issues with force feedback. Someone else not even able to get in the server. So someone wasn't even able to qualify. Look at Ponset though. He set a purple last lap. So with 22 seconds remaining in this qualifying session, I think he might be able to get one more time. Now looking on board with Bamber. A little bit slower in the first sector, but let's see what he can do going into the back half. No, he's going to pull off. He's done. So that's going to be him on the front row unless Frokov or Lenarin is able to find some more time. Frokov, though, has traffic with Sutherland, so this could very well be his lap over. So because of that, yeah, no, we see Sutherland. He went back to the pits. He's given up, and Frokov, he's still going to go for a lap here. But unless he's able to pull one out of the bag like it's Coda just out of the last minute, I think Ponset might just have it. Smoka down in 5th, 1.1 seconds. He was able to find a little bit of time, but unable to break into that 1 second mode. Gidawad in 7th in the Cadillac. Drury in 8th, also in the Cadillac. Lots of Cadillacs here today. Bergvis in 9th, Kennedy in 10th, Harrison in 11th, Sudhavag in 12th. It's Frokov on the last corner. Way too hot into the last corner, and if there was any doubt that he didn't have a fast lap, that was the nail in the coffin. But it's all good for him because he's starting on the front, or not on the front row, he's starting on the second row. So it's going to be A-okay for him. Ponset, though, absolutely flying through that first sector. Purple through the first, a lot of time lost in that middle sector. He's yellow, so he's already on pole. This is just going to be the seal of the deal for Mr. Ponset as he's going down into the last corner. He's already got pole, but let's see if he can extend it. Through the last corner he goes. He can't get it fully out wide into the corner. He's not fully to the limit of the track, but that's completely okay because Ponset's on pole. And is he able to find improvement on time? No, unable to do so. So that's Ponset, our pole man. Bamber in 2nd, Frokov in 3rd, Lenarin in 4th, Smoka in 5th, Gidawad in 7th. Someone's in 6th, but it's not showing up on our timing sheets. Who is that? That is Philippe Smoka. That's not, or Philippe Smoka's 6th. Gidawad is, oh yeah, sorry. Smoka 5th, Gidawad 6th, Drury 7th, Bergvis 8th, Kennedy 9th, Thomas 10th, Harrison 11th, Sutherland 12th, Perez in 13th, Britton in 14th, JD Lucia in 15th, Kyle Welling was in the server. I thought he wasn't going to be racing, but he's in 16th, and Thomas Dickin in 17th. Lane, we're going to be going straight into the race, but what's your thoughts on that qualifying? That was a little interesting, but Ponset really being the main dominator.
Yeah, it's a bit closer than I expected. You know, when I look at these qualifying gaps, I got 1/10 gap, 7/10, 8/10, and then the second, all between P1 P5 right there. All, well, mostly different cars right there. With the Alpine just easing it out from that Cadillac of Bamber. I don't think it's Bamber. I every second of the day, I don't think it's Earl Bamber in that track. But anyways,
for a race start.
No, it's not Earl Bamber. I've been looking in the chat to see if I could get an answer, and who is it? Oh, it is Mungay. I was right.
Oh.
I was right. I knew it.
Oh, okay.
So it is Mr. Mungay is on the front row. So again, from last time out, you remember did he win last time? No, he didn't. But he was really, really fast through the through Fuji. He was oh so quick through the sections there. So I'm really excited to see what's going on as of right now. That's Jamie Tano that was in the Cataly now. But yeah, no, we'll have to wait and see, as we're now officially getting on to the grid for the 60 minutes of Bahrain. We have Ponset on the right side, so he will have the inside line going into turn 1, which I think that's what you want, because unless you get a good start on the outside with Bamber, you could try to force it into turn 2 through that little kink on the left. You could try and do that. Lane, we know a lot about battling here at Bahrain. We have our own personal beef around this racetrack, so we know a thing or two about where to overtake and also where not to overtake. But as the guys are getting away, Frokov not getting away at all in the back. Hopefully there's not issues for that BMW. That's not good at all if you are a Frokov fan. He's not getting away at all. So the man on the second row of the grid is not starting, and he's in the pits. So he's gonna be doing a pit lane start, Frokov. So one of our top 3 contenders into the pits. He goes, and he will be having a start. Let's go back to our actual start though, because wow, that really changes a lot. Because reminder, I thought was going to be the guy that was easily going to have the most amount of race space because he qualified on such high fuel. But now he's going to be going all the way to the back, and now he's got to work his way to the front. But now that means we got a 2-horse race. Ponset versus Bamber as we're green flag racing here at Bahrain. It's a good start from Bamber as he goes around on the outside. That's Mungay in the Cadillac. I need to stop saying Bamber, but it's Jamie Mungay getting the lead and getting the jump onto Ponset into turn 1. All clean so far. Look at this Soda Fraschini going up the inside. Oh! He gets turned! He gets turned! The Cadillac gets turned! Ponset turns him into turn 1, and Ponset takes the lead. Lenneran in second. Bergqvist makes it up in the third. An amazing start from the Soda Fraschini. Drury in fourth as they go wheel to wheel between Smoka and Giluard behind. But that's Ponset taking it up in front. And that's Drury going wide as well through the corner. A lot of people are having issues here going slowly out of the corners. Wow, what chaos and carnage up in the front. But Ponset still leading. Lenneran in second into Alpine 1-2. This could have not been a better start. If you are an Alpine fan, up the inside goes Smoka on. Bergqvist has another bit of contact. Sutherland and Perez going out. A lot of chaos. Kyle Welling getting involved a little bit in that too. Oh, so much chaos on the start. I'm running out of breath. Oh my goodness. So now that's Smoka getting the jump and moving up in the third. That's Smoka making positions up on the start. Great job from the Toyota drivers. He's up in the third. But look at the gap up in front. The Alpines are pulling away up in front. What a start lane.
Absolutely. You know what I call that? I call that the winter rust. I mean, I don't know if any of you drivers are American, but we just had that winter freeze. I had black eyes going to work, and I nearly died in the road. But I think, I mean, they're a lot more racy now compared to Fuji. I can tell you that right now.
A lot. and a lot more racy indeed, and a lot of that's going to come down to the conditions. It's dry here, so they're going to be able to race and really go hard. But as we come around the final corner, Ponset leads, Lenneran's in second, Smoka's in third, Bergqvist in fourth, Giroud in fifth. Mungate down in sixth, so he's not all the way down, and he's not all the way out. Frokov has already made up some positions. He's up into 11th place, so there's going to be a lot of time for him to make up, as now we're seeing wheel to wheel between Dickon and Britton. I love the battle of the ends as we're going into here. As around the outside goes to Peugeot. Is he able to get the move done? No. Dickon able to hold his line.
Frokov gets in.
Frokov. Look at Frokov saying, thank you very much. I'm going to take that spot as well. Taking advantage of those two fighting and moving up into P10. But now he's going to try to go up the inside of Dickon, or is he? No. But look at the Peugeot and the Aston Martin really on the back of them trying to fight it out. So even though Frokov does have that clear pace, as soon as you clear him, you have to get in front, because you can see that these guys are really, really racy. Drewy getting on that overtake. Look at JD Lusha in the BMW. That's a new driver in the BMW trying to make a move. Had to take some evasive action, though, to not get into a big crash as we go into the double left-hander. Lots of chaos to start this race, and we got a lot of time left in this race to go. Someone going wide in the back there. I think it was Thomas in the fourth. That was down in 14th, but now we're seeing a bit of wheel-to-wheel action between Drury and Britton. This is a battle for P11, by the way, as up the inside goes Drury on the Peugeot. No contest for him whatsoever, and it looks like JD Lucio might take it up the inside as he goes on the Peugeot, but gets a little bit loose, unable to get that move done. He was bumping and going wheel-to-wheel. He had such a drive out of that corner, but sadly unable to get it. As now coming through the second to last corner, he's going to try to get a good run into that last corner. But here's the thing, Lane. Do you go for the overtake here?
Absolutely,
or do you go for it into turn one?
You got that big straight, and you got that nice turn into turn one.
Right, but look at him. He touched the back of the Peugeot. He went way too hard on the inside. Another bit of contact. So I saw him going up the inside. The Peugeot had a bad exit, had to compromise, and because of that, he got pushed around. We've seen that a lot in our own racing leagues. That's a very common incident to see into the final corner. But that, critically, out of the fight goes the Peugeot, and down the order he goes. Wow, that is not what you want to see. If you're a Britain fan, down in the 17th he goes, and pretty far down the order we go. Dickens still having that bit of a fight with Susuvong. That's for the last point spot in 10th place. Actually, it's not for the last point spot. They're fighting for the last 2 point spots between 9th and 10th. Is there a little bit of touching as the Valkyrie trying to squeeze up on the inside, but loses it, most importantly. Unable to get it up. Drury, though, seen this battle and wants to take advantage of it. I gotta say, though, let's look up in the battle of second, because Lenneran and Smoka are also close. Oh, look at that in the background. That's Bergqvist losing some time, and down the order he goes, and that's Mungate critically up in the fourth. So something happened between Smoka and Bergqvist that made him lose out time. So that's Bergqvist struggling in the Isotta Fraschini. We know how fast that Swede is when he's in a good car, and if the Isotta Fraschini is remotely good, he's in an opportunity for the win, but sadly, he's getting pushed out here as Luis Smoka looking to try to get onto the back of the Lenneran. The Alpines, they are in heaven right now. 1-2 for them. Ponset with a comfortable lead out in front. And with 54 minutes to go, if you're an Alpine fan, this is exactly what you're looking for. Smoka, though, I thought he was within distance, because you can see on the gaps that Lenneran and Smoka are exact, but that is sadly not the case. News, as we see, it is some fake news, as we see in the background, Dickon and Suthavong wheel to wheel down into turn one. Who's going to be the last on the brakes? The Valkyrie has been known to have the speed advantage at a lot of these tracks, but I'm not sure if he does, though.
Oh, they touch.
A little bit of wheel banging, banging all the way into turn one. But I don't think Dickon's going to give it out on it, though. No, he's not, but Suthavong, he's going to win that battle out for now. Drury looking to take advantage of it. This is a great little battle here for 9th, 10th, and 11th. All these guys looking to pick up the pieces. JD Wusha in the back looking to pick up the pieces. As Drury trying to look up the inside, but no move there just yet. This is a great little battle here for these last few point spots, and goes to show that, hey guys, it doesn't matter where you are on track, there can always be battling, and we're seeing that right now as you see Dickon looking to go up the inside, taking a questionable line through there, and it looks like Drury might take advantage of it, but no, I think just lost a little bit out on exit. He's going to have to wait, but JD Lucia right there to maybe pick up the pieces. This is the thing, though, when you're battling and you're at the back of this pack, you got to just think as calculative as possible, because if you're that BMW, you're just looking to pick up the pieces. That's it. You're looking to see this fight. But the thing is that you got to be aggressive yourself. You got to let them know, hey, I'm there. It's Drury going up the inside, and exactly what I'm talking about. I literally, as I was talking about it, it happens. JD Lucia looking to take advantage. He got one of them, but can he get the other one as he's looking to go up around the outside of Drury? It's now the Porsche sneaking up on the inside into the second to last corner. Unable to find a move, though. Flashing the lights, but nothing you can do there. Exactly what I was talking about. Waiting for your opportunity, but pouncing when it comes. And that is Dickon down into 12th. That's Shady Lucia into 11th. Looking to get into that fight in 12th. Bradley Kennedy, though, now it's going to be maybe a 5-car battle from 8th all the way down to 11th. Susan Vaughn right in the slipstream. That Valkyrie is damn fast as he's going into turn 1, but unable to make a move. It is turning into a little bit of a 5-car battle here for P8 as it's starting to heat up here out on track. Philippe Smoka able to get in front of Jamie Mungate yet again, so that's another bit of a change as there's a 2-second gap between them, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But this is still the battle to look out for on track. Kennedy leading this train from 8th all the way down to 11th. It's Kennedy, Suthavong, Drury, DeLucia, and Dickon from 8th all the way down into 11th as they enter through the middle sector. You know, I would love to see when the straight line speed of that Valkyrie comes alive, because I think he must have set up a very high downforce setup on the car, because a lot of stuff, as we see Dickon going wide through the double right-hander, unable to get it. You can see, though, he gets really good runs out of the corner. And we see a little bit in the background, another little fight between Nico Perez and Kyle Welling, as we see Suthavon trying to go up the inside of Drury, almost 3 wide through this corner as Kennedy versus Drury and Suthavon all trying to take advantage of each other. This is a great little fight here for P8. Suthavon up the inside of Drury, now JC Lucia trying to go up the inside.
Oh my God!
How did they not crash? I do not know, but that is so close between these guys. So much close battling here on track, so much close action, but we got 50 minutes remaining of racing as Drury look him up the inside into the last corner. You don't want to do that, my friend, because look who's on your rear end. That's JD Lucia. He's going to get the run on you. And now, through the front straight we go. This is the fastest part of the track, but Drury does have Suthavong to help him with that slipstream. Into turn 1 we go. Who's going to be the last on the brakes as we enter into Drury? As we enter into turn 1, Drury up the inside of Suthavong. He looks like he gets that move. And does Suthavong get the crossover? No, he isn't able to. He might have that one into turn 3, though. But wow, great little move as Drury goes to the inside. Suthavong gonna have to go the long way around the outside. Is he gonna go for it? He's gonna try to go for it. This is a good place to go around the outside. It's one of the best places in the world to go around the outside. And is he able to do it? No, Drury unable to do so. JD Lucio looking for his moment. Almost another bit of contact between the two of them. These guys are oh so close to punting each other off a track, but it just hasn't happened yet. DeLucia and Dickon looking to pick up the pieces. This is the fight for P8. I don't care that they're losing all this time. This is the fight we were looking to see. Great battling here at Bahrain.
Guys, fellas, it's been 10 minutes of racing. We saw like 3 different crashes, like 15 different bumps. We saw as you see.
Oh, that's Kyle Welling. That's Kyle Welling in the background as we're talking about bumps and spins. And out of the most difficult corner with an issue on traction, Kyle Welling goes down the order and down into 16th. The Peugeot of Britain, we completely missed it. He was our first DNF of this race. Down in 17th he is. That's the Peugeot, so unlucky to get into that contact in that battle for P10. And out of the race goes the Peugeot, the 93 car. The first retirement of this race, and we'll have to see if any more will come. There's 48 minutes to go. There's been a lot to go on, and I wouldn't be surprised if anything happens. I was going to say that's Kennedy. That was Dickon in the background. I think you saw that. He almost lost it on the exit of the last corner. Dipped his toes into the sand and got a little loose there, but saved it, but barely. But we're still seeing us. Oh no, Suthavong out braking himself oh so much. He's going to lose out to Delucia and Dickens. So that's Sutavong critically down in the 12th, and a lot of time lost. That's 2 seconds out. So now it's going to be a 4-car train into P8 unless he's able to pick up the pace and get back onto it. But now we can kind of see that it's not really a train anymore. It's a bit of a 2-car battle. Kennedy versus Drury in the battle for P8, as these two really showing that they are the fastest cars in this field. Drury trying to go the long way around the outside. Does he have the line? Unable to do so. Good blocking from Kennedy. Let's see what he could do into the double right-hander. Lane, we know from experience, this can get really, really bad. But Alex Drury going the long way around. They do have a lot more downforce than we do in our GT4 cars, but that's A-okay. Now going down the drag strip, down the back straight. He's got a good run on Kennedy. Will he go the long way around? He's going to try it, but no, he's just going to back it out yet again, and back it out a lot. Wow, he had to really make sure he didn't exceed track limits. I would hope that he doesn't already have some track limit warnings. We're only 13 minutes into this race. If he somehow does, Mr. Drury, what are you doing? I don't want to see you be doing that whatsoever. But he is able to keep it on track, and he's able to keep it within that gap. Lane, take it away.
No, absolutely. I was going to make a comment about those track limits. You don't want to go to the stewards at the end of the race and realize you just lost all the positions that you fought for. RVR.
Hey, man, that's happened. Has that happened to me? I don't know if that's happened.
Happened to all of us, man. It happens to me.
Yeah, you're right. It's happened to all of us. It's happened to all of us. If you're in any racing league and they take penalties seriously, and by the way, I actually wouldn't be surprised. Well, actually, you know what? I don't think they're going to review that Ponce. I mean, they will review that Ponce Mungate lap 1 incident, but Lane, you know it better than anyone. Lap 1 incidents are lap 1 incidents. You're not going to get any penalties for that. So I think Ponce is probably going to keep this win. If anything happens and it goes towards it, I believe he will be keeping this win, because lap 1, turn 1, anything's going to happen, especially at a over 90-degree turn 1, because I think it's about 115 degrees. It's a hard, sharp corner, so for stuff to not go wrong, it's a rarity. So I think Ponce will be able to hold on to that. But you're absolutely right about track limits, Lane. You got to watch out for them, and especially around this track, you know, WEC, they love to be very, very strict with these track limits. With 45 minutes remaining, this battle for P8 still raging on, as Kennedy still holding on with Alex Drury right behind DeLucia in 10th, Thomas Dicken in 11th, Sutavong in 12th, Perez in 13th, Thomas in 14th, Harrison in 15th, Kyle Welling in 16th. Still, as we look at the energy though, it's pretty good along the most amount of tracks. Mungate easily the best though, with 72% from Bergvis is also looking pretty good. Thomas as well as 78%. So a lot of guys still in the 70s, but pretty much everyone else in the mid 60s. Already got some guys into the 50s, Smolka and Frokov to be exact, at 58%. So it is a mandatory stop. People will have to stop. I will be very surprised if they can go all the way on this energy. If they do, round of applause to them. But if they don't, I'm intrigued to see where those stops will be coming into play. I will like to see, though, as I do believe, Mr. Mungate, as we were talking about him, right on the back of Smolka. This is a good little battle here for P3. You could see that Smolka has completely lost the back of Leonard, and it sucks because we can't really see the gap between the two of them. We'll see it after Bamber probably goes for the overtake here, and to the drag strip corner, up the inside he goes, and I don't think Smolka's going to have any contest, or will he? Oh, a little bit of touching, though. Actually, Smolka,
oh, and he spins him out!
Are you kidding me? Smolka just murdered a man live on television. Smolka just taking Mungate out. Oh, my God. That is some criminal action if I've ever seen it. Wide tries to go around the outside, rubbed him out, and if I was Smolka, I would slow right up. That is insane to see. You see Frokov, he actually slowed up a little bit. He let Mungate go in front. That is, wow, what is going on here at Bahrain? All of the track rules and orders, all the rule books is just getting thrown out. It's now Frokov. He's got a bit of a run now on Bamber. Bamber definitely have some flat spotting or some sort of tire issues after that. There's no way he doesn't after that, and that makes him right in the mix for that P4 spot. Wow. Lane, we've seen that a few times. As now looking back on the back of this battle, Drury in the slipstream with Kennedy. This is a great little battle here for PA. Will we see him move up in the turn one? Outside he goes, which could turn into the inside if he does it right. Drury gets his car in, a little bit of touching, but that's exactly what he wants. Can he get his nose in? No, unable to do so. Kind of compromised his line there. That's hard. That's the hard thing about that corner, is do you go for the overtake or do you wait until right here? As now we see JD Lucia looking up the outside, but unable to get that overtake. But wow, these BMWs really showing their fights right now. JD Lucia looking to try to get back on Drury, but also Frokov trying to get on the back of Bamber. As now Suthavong going into the wall, out on the outside, he smacked the outside wall. A yellow flag is out, but it's going to be cleared. Into 14th he goes. Kyle Welling, by the way, entering into the pits. So he might actually be able to go all the way to the end now on this stop. Welling. So he might be able to make up some places. We'll have to see. But Suthavong, it's just downhill from here. We've talked about it a lot in these races, how you get one mistake, it's so easy for these drivers to just start falling down the stairs and making more and more and more mistakes. It happens a lot.
We got Mungate in the pits right now.
No, so that's Mungate into the pits. He's retiring from the car, from this race. I'm seeing, yeah, this is, yeah. He's retiring from the car. He's retiring from this race. He might be retiring from this championship. He's not racing anymore. He just, yeah, he's done. He's so done. He's so mad. He's been spun out 3 times. That I don't blame him, but I don't blame him for being that mad. That was insane. Wow, that is so sad if you're a Jamie Mungate fan. So that's him out of this race. Wow, what a shame.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it just sucks. You're already hauling that car, especially if you're out there in the Bahrain, the Middle East.
Wait, Frokov actually, so the reason why he went out, Frokov got him out.
Frokov got him out?
Damn, so he got hit by Ponset, Smoka, and Frokov. He's all done. Wow, that is insane. He's talking about a glitch. So we're just curious, trying to figure it out, because this is one of the front. Yeah, no, I would love to see what's going on there. And apparently, according to Jamie, nobody can see him out on track, and so he's just getting punted everywhere. And so there's been an issue, and he's wishing there was a restart. Oh, that has got to be the worst. You know, we've heard of bad, like, iRacing netcode. We've heard of, like, in our 2003 people disappearing for a little bit. And we've seen it in Race Room as well. But this is insane if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with LMU too much. I haven't played this game.
Yeah.
Well. So I don't know if it's a frequent problem with cars disappearing. Yeah. Maybe that's the reason why we saw Smolka just murder him.
Yeah, that's probably why, because, yeah, Smolka just looks like he drove into the side of him. It almost looks like he didn't even know he was there. As now, sorry to go back to it, we got to go back into some racing. Kennedy and Drury still having a bit of a fight for P7. There's more crashes! Are you kidding me? Oh my god, it keeps going bad and worse. Alex Drury out of this race, fighting with Dickin. Another Cadillac out. Oh my god, Lane, it doesn't stop. Oh my god. Another caddy has been murdered.
Mr. President, they hit the second Cadillac.
They hit the second Cadillac, bro. And Mungate lost 25 points through a glitch. And he's going to be down in the order. He's not happy to that at all. So we'll have to wait and see. Another guy out, though. Drury out. Southgate out. Harrison out. Britton out. We've got 13 cars left. One car a lap down. Suthavong is still in the pits. Man.
And he's out too.
Just
Looks like he parked it.
Oh, he has parked it. So Suthavong is out of the race. So we have 12 cars remaining. Only 11 on the lead lap. This is an absolute bloodbath here at Bahrain. Chaos all the way up and down the order. But now, JD Lucia is going to take a turn at Mr. Kennedy. And now we'll see what kind of battling we'll get for that 7th spot. Nico Perez right onto the back of Thomas Dickin, who is right on the back of Gilawad. So that's a little battle here for P8. And so there's another battle for P6 a little bit down the way. But Kennedy just able to hold on to that P6 for now with JD Lucia right behind. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Mungate in chat, understandably frustrated. If it's true that nobody was able to see him on track and he was literally just getting run into, that has got to be, it's going to get investigated for sure. There is a board of directors, so they will investigate this matter to make sure that this never happens again. Because for a championship leader to get into something like that, it's just, you don't want that happening. It's so unlucky. Oh, so unlucky, but still, with 36 minutes of racing, we can't talk about the past all too much. We got to focus on what's happening right now. And what's happening right now is a nice little battle here for P6 and JD Lucia right on the back of Mr. Kennedy. And right behind two other Porsches looking to maybe go after Nico Perez as Nico Perez moves up into P8, getting past Dickin and Thomas. So Perez looking to slowly but surely move his way through the order. As we're now going through the race, Lenorand, first man to enter into the pits. So that's the yellow Alpine entering as Frokov now coming onto the back of Smolka in the fight for third on track. Or third in the order, but second on track as Lenorand is into the pits. No, he's not into the pits. He's DNF'd. What?
What happened to him?
What? So another DNF. Lenorand. Another car out. What on earth happened to him? He was up in second. Why is everyone dropping like flies here, Lane? What is going on? So that's Lenorand out. He's down. So now, this is the fight for second place. What is going on? And this is the weirdest race I've ever seen. Frokov now on the attack with Smolka because now he knows this is for second place. Is now through the double left-hander. He's coming down the back straight. Let's see what kind of overtake he's going to go. He's in the slipstream of the Toyota. We'll have to wait and see. Unable to get any sort of move though, but there's a little bit of gaps here. We'll have to see how that plays into it. But this, you know, for Kennedy, now there's a fight for 5th and 6th instead of for 6th and 7th, and it was for 8th earlier. But look at this as the race goes out. The order just keeps dropping. As Frokov right on the back bumper of Smolka. He's going to be patient. He won't go for the overtake here. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to go around the last corner. Smolka going a little wide here.
So he's pitting.
Yeah, no, we'll have to wait. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that pit. As my stream's paused, I can't really see. But, someone has pit. It is Philippe Smolka, so that's the 7th car going in for his one and only stop. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. There we go. I can see the stream again. Perfect. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, it's weird. It says, Elaine, it says that it's on and then it pauses and it's back on again. There we go.
For you. All right, there we go.
There we go. Thank you, Mr. Lane. As Ponce, 15 seconds up in front on Frokov, absolutely dominating this race right now with a massive gap in front of him. We're still not even halfway through this race, and it feels like it's been a whole race already, but with 33 minutes to go, we got a lot of way to go. But with Smolka now into the pits, and now Frokov looking to probably hold on to that P2. The question now is for that P4, that P5 spot between Kennedy, DeLucia, Dickin, and Thomas, who's going to win out on it? Because those are pretty much the only guys that are fighting out on track. Because apart from them, there's nothing else really going on. DeLucia is still right on the back of Kennedy. This is the fight for P4. These are easily going to be the highest point haul for these two if they get it all the way to the end. But the important matter is who's going to get that bigger points haul, as we see now DeLucia right on the back bumper of Kennedy. Excuse my tiredness. I should have had some caffeine this morning, but that's okay.
You want some of my Pepsi? Oh,
I think I might have some of your Pepsi. I might have your Peps. I might have some of your Pepsi. I just might. As we're looking through the second to last corner, a little bit loose there from Kennedy as he gets out of the corner. That's going to be good if you're JD Lucias now all the way to the right side of the track, and now opening out to the left. He's going to go the long way around in the last corner. Is he able to get it done? Wow, he does! Around the outside. That's a lovely move from the BMW. But now, because he's made his exit a little bit compromised, will he hold it into turn one? Kennedy up the inside. JD Lucia on the outside. Who's going to be the last on the brakes between the two BMWs? Into turn one we go, and Kennedy gets his nose in, but he locks it up. Oh no, and he bumps it in. This is the last thing you want to see. He locks it up on the rear. The brake bias got to get moved forward, but Kennedy still holding on to it with JD Lucia. Now going around the outside to finally get the move done. That was really funny, but that was great little racing between Lucia and Kennedy. Just locking it up on the rear, going a little too deep, and around he went, but hey, he's still there. He's still right here, but
he's still there. I thought he was gonna make that mistake. I was just like, he spun, he did a little pirouette, got hit, and he still kept the position.
I thought he was gonna hold on. That was gonna be so awesome. I heard you laughing and everything.
Oh, that guy, oh dang.
That was gonna be good. No, it was gonna be good. That was gonna be good. I was like, oh god, this is gonna be the most LMU thing I've ever seen him. That might be the RBR moment of the race. It actually could. It might just be.
I think there's been a bunch of RBR moments in this guy.
There really has. As now Kennedy right on the back bumper of JD Lucia. He's gonna go for a bit of an overtake. This battle isn't done yet for P4, but Dickin in the other port. It's Porsche 567. I don't like that. But what I have to like is Dickin getting onto the back of this battle. This could be a 3-car battle here for P4. And this is the only source of entertainment that we got, Lane, so we're holding on for dear life. As now, down the long straight we go into the last corner. Is there any sort of move for Kennedy? No, he's going to have to maximize that exit and get him down into turn one, or maybe into turn three. Up through the straight we go. Let's imagine they have DRS. It opens, the flaps open, he's got that he's got that run. Or does he? I don't think he does. He's going to be a little bit too far back on the BMW for this instance. But let's see if he might be able to get him into turn three a little bit wide from the BMW. This might be exactly what you want if you're Kennedy, or is it? Because he might be just a little bit too far back. I think he is. He won't be able to get that run into turn three. But now you can see Dickin is starting to close that gap a little bit between the two up in front. So this could turn easily into a 3-car battle on P4. So we'll have to wait and see. With just under 30 minutes to go in this race, 3 Porsches coming onto the back of a BMW. We've seen this before.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. No, actually, maybe we have, maybe we haven't. I don't know. The thing is 2 Germans hunting each other down. It happens a lot. The Germans love fighting. So we'll have to see Dickin starting to flash the rear of Kennedy, being like, hey, I am the faster Porsche. Get out of the way.
Yeah, I'm a factory Porsche. You're on the Proton.
That is true. He is in the factory car. That is the Proton car up in front. So he's flashing. He's doing the multi-map 21. He's telling Kennedy, if you do not let me pass, I will rip up your contract for next year, because that's how it works. But no, he's not going to be able to get back just yet. And JD Lucia, he's pulling a gap now between the 2 Porsches. So that's exactly what he's looking for in 4th place. He's an American, and look at that. That's the highest place American that we've seen in a long while here in the LMU. I know you're pretty happy for your Americans, but now look at Dickin trying to go up in the inside, trying to look up on the inside to be specific, but no move there, Buster. Wow, JD Lucia going oh so wide, cutting onto the grass, and now that's put him into striking distance as Kennedy going to go up the inside. Dickon might follow him. So that's going to be Kennedy to take the place, but I don't think JD Lucia is going to give it up that much yet. Dickon going to follow Lucia into the corner, but let's see what's going to happen. Will he walk it up into the corner? No, he doesn't. But now, 3 abreast as we go through 1 and 2. Kennedy moves back up into third. Someone has moved down. Oh, that is Smoka. So he's come out of the pits. Bergvis. Sorry, that was Bergvis who went in. So Bergvis has entered into the pits. So now, although they're fighting for P3 out on track, it's still for P4 when this race gets back going, because these guys will have to pit pretty soon. Let me check their energy, as they are within 37 to 40%. So they will have to pit probably in the next 10 to 15 minutes. But as of right now, Kennedy holding on in that battle. The 2 Porsches getting in front of the BMW.
I'm surprised it lasted this long without pitting. If I was in that Porsche, I would just try to make that strategy work at the pits. Just like, hey, I'm going to get better tires, I'm going to get fuel, so I can just not worry about it and just do running laps right there, right? Against JD Lucia in that BMW. And since you got 3 different Porsches up there, maybe you could play some, team games as
we're seeing some. I think we just saw some team games. That was the multi-map 21 I was just talking about. So that's the Proton letting the Penske car through, and that's Dickon up into P3. That's currently out on track, but ooh, he goes a little wide there through the corner, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that battle. But that's JD Lucia losing out in the BMW. The 2 Porsches making their way up. Have we seen a Porsche on the podium yet this year? I don't know if we have. So this could be a first. If something happens to Mr. Bergqvist and into the pits, he must go.
E-I-E-I-E-I-O.
Exactly. E-I-E-I-E-O. He goes, JD Lucia, into the pits. And now, of that front group, he's going to be the first one to strike. So we'll see if the undercut does work with this car. The 2 Porsches are going to be flying now. They're going to try to get away and try not to lose that much on the stop. But with 26 minutes to go, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But now, as we're looking with Dickon, he's put a bit of a gap already on the Kennedy, so you can see he definitely has a pace advantage. But he's about 20%. Sorry, I was looking at Kennedy and Thomas. My apologies. There's a 20% gap between those two. Between Dickon and Kennedy, they're pretty much matching each other when it comes to energy. 38% from Dickon, 37% from Kennedy. Thomas is the one that has 41%, but yeah, pretty much everyone else still gotta go. I've got to be honest, Smoka, I'm a little confused about why he pit that early. He's in 7th. He's in no man's land. We know from pure pace it's going to be questionable for him to really get up on there. I don't know if he'll be able to go for that long undercut. We'll have to wait and see. But as of now, I hope Mr. Smoka is just not throwing away an easy P3 here, because if he has, that would be a damn shame for the 7 car that was showing some pretty promising pace throughout this race. At least promising enough for a podium spot or maybe a P4, but now what that happening is Dickon entering into the pits. Bradley Kennedy, he's going to go for another lap. So this is Dickon looking to try and cover off JD Lucia, but now we'll have to wait and see if he'll cover him off. Into the pits he goes. Now through the double right-hander goes Lucia. This is going to be really close. Lucia's going to have to maximize it, but he's not doing that double left-hander to the best of his ability. Down the back straight he goes. This is going to be really close.
Wait,
what? Something's happening with the BMW. He's pulled off to the side. What's going on with the Beamer? I don't know what he's done. He's out of the race. What? JD Lucia is out of the race. What just happened?
What?
What just happened? What just happened? So that's Smoka going out in front. So that's another person in our battle just dying. What is going on? I had an answer about what happened with Letterin out. I need answers, bro. This is insane. People are just dropping like flies. Why did he just pull off to the side?
We need like a runner from the commentator's booth down into the pit lane.
I'm doing that right now. I'm trying to do that right now. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for answers. This is insane. Nobody knows what's happening. Nico Perez is out. Yeah, why is Leonard... Yeah, why did Lucia pull off? What happened to Leonard? There is something going on in the server. We don't know what it is. I put my... Okay, Jerome Leonard put his hands off the wheel 1 second and took my sweet... He spun the car. Okay, okay.
Okay, we got Leonard out of the way. Now we gotta talk about Perez and Lucia.
So now we know about Leonard. I still gotta know about JD Lucia. Oh my God, Leonard just shared a clip. He's streaming on you. I want to see this. I want to see this. If Wayne, if you knew how to like just multitask with OBS. Oh, he showed the clip. Yeah, he took it.
He took it. Hold on.
He took it off. Oh my God. Peak sim racing.
Oh,
He's literally he just threw away the easiest P2 of his life. That is insane. So that's Leonard out. We still need to figure out why JD Lucia just went out. Because unless like maybe he messed up on like what stopped him? I have absolutely no clues.
It seemed like he's running fine. I don't know if it's like an engine issue or just like, you know, he got uncomfortable in his chair. He's just like, all right, you know what?
He's just like, I gotta get out of this car.
I gotta take a piss.
I gotta do it. I gotta get out of here. But these two are still battling. Look at this between Kennedy and Thomas. As these two are fighting, Thomas goes up the inside. Now, that's it for P3, but I'm just trying to figure it out now. Who's actually where on track? Because Bergfist is a lap down, Judah wants a lap down, Dickens a lap down, but the thing is where will Thomas and Kennedy come out? Because these two, they have to pit eventually. There's only 4 cars that haven't pit, and everyone's still in the top 4 with 21 minutes remaining. What is going on? This is one of the races of all time. This is insane. Through the final corner we go. Will they enter into the pits? Thomas, no. Kennedy, also no. Neither of them are entering into the pits. They are also extending now on these tires. We'll have to wait and see what happens if they lose time. I am concerned that they will, just by extending the stint and by the fact the virtual that they are fighting. So if I was in the pit box of these two Porsches, I would have told them to pit immediately. They're wasting time out on track right now by this battling, and you could probably agree with that, Lane. So get them in now. Get them out of the way, but I don't know. We'll have to see what goes on. Lane, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the gap between Thomas Kennedy and Smoker right now, Smoker already pitted. I think Smoke's strategy worked. I didn't think he'd think about the attrition that's happening in this race right now, but it seems like that strategy is going to work since we're going to see Thomas Kennedy and Prokop Ponce at the top 4 pit in. You can see if he can put down some lockdowns.
I will say, though, I think you should go and look at Smoker and Bergfist, because look at the deltas. Look who's right behind. That's Bergfist, or I think it's Bergfist. Oh, he's a little close. Oh, I thought it was a lot closer. I don't know. Wait, what? I've been lied to. Damn, the data just lied to me so hard. It looked like they were 2 tenths away from each other. I thought they were battling. Never trust your data, ladies and gentlemen. They always lie.
Well, on my data, it says that Bergfist is a lap down, and the only ones that are on the current lap is the top 5. Ponce to Smoker.
Yeah, you are correct in that matter. So that is the top 5 as of right now. But yeah, no, I thought there was a bit of a battle out on track, but no, it's still the 2 Porsches that are the closest on track, and it's really not even close. Apart from that, Bergfist and G-The-Water are 4 seconds away from each other, but these two in the battle, these are the only things we got hope for some go low racing.
Check in on Prokop real quick.
Oh, JD Lucia is my GOAT. That's Jonah. That's literally Jonah. So Jonah said, strategy didn't work out as planned, so dropped me an extra 20 seconds, and I had 5 different people texting me on Discord, so too many notifications, so he left. He got overloaded.
Oh.
Our CEO got overloaded because of the notifications. That's so funny. Me personally, I would have just driven it through, but that's okay. Oh man, so that's our owner out of the league. That's so funny. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
I had no idea that JD Lucio was Jonah. But that is Mr. Jonah.
Oh, I get it now. The J stands for Jonah. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he pretty much said every time I would go through a corner, I would hear the Discord ping goal, lost focus. Get your do not disturb on. Get that on, Mr. Jonah, so you don't be getting distracted. That's so funny though. He fully like just gave up a top 5 to just deal with that. That's real. That's understandable. Shout out, Jonah.
You know, honestly, I did that. I did that in a race. I did that in a race where I have my boss call me talking about like work, and I was just like, hold on, let me just stop in the track.
Really?
Yeah.
Which race? Which race?
I forgot which race. I think it was at a producer.
No way. That's so that's news to me. That's awesome. That's so funny. Oh, what a race. What chaos. This is what happens when you get away for 2 weeks. Everyone just forgets the driving standards. Kyle Welling, I just saw quickly in the background, I thought he just about died out of the last corner, but he saved it. Thomas now getting that gap on the Kennedy. And with 16 minutes to go, it looks like it's all kind of settled into place. With Ponce up in front, Frokov in second, Thomas in third, Kennedy in fourth. I gotta say something. I think Kennedy might be able to go to the end. Is that crazy? Or... Thomas, yeah. He might be able to go to the end. And if he does, no way he jumps Ponce and Frokov, right? But I want to see the gaps on the track. Okay, it is really big. I don't think they will. Yeah, because Ponce, he's now... yeah, he's coming. He's not too far away from lapping them. If this race went on for another half an hour, he could have lapped these two Porsches. But, yeah, wow. So Thomas could go further, but the thing is that, yeah, you can see how much down he is. He's 60 seconds down on them, and these stops aren't 60 seconds, and I don't think Ponce and Frokov are going to be going for full stops because they don't need full fuel to make it all the way to the end of the race. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with these fight. But as for now, Thomas still holding on in P4 with 37% on the battery. That's really, really good. Really good job from the American to hold on to that for dear life. But
man, that strategy ain't gonna work out because Smoke was right by them, within vision of him in the front straight.
Yeah, I agree. So Smoke, he might have the pace to get up onto the two Porsches, so he could still go for that P3. Kennedy has to pit. That's absolutely for sure. So he will get that P4. But 9 seconds cover between Thomas and Smolka with 14 minutes left to go. I'm going to look at the times because I want to see what the last lap average. Oh my god, Smolka 148 while Thomas is doing 151. So yeah, he's going to catch him. Oh my god, he is going to catch him. He is so much faster than anyone else on track, but we do know about Smolka. He does take his time when it comes to those overtakes, so we'll have to wait and see how long it takes him. But the thing is, we know you can't waste time when you're trying to make it through a pack. You got to get those overtakes done and dusted as soon as you can. But now, all three of these cars are on the same straight. Kennedy probably going to have to be pitting in the next 2 to 3 laps, but I think Thomas is good to the end. But can Smolka drive that gap down? We'll have to wait and see, as under 14 minutes officially remaining in this race. Antoine Ponce, your leader, with Frokov in second, Thomas in third, Kennedy in fourth, and Smolka in fifth. This is your battle between fourth and fifth. Smolka getting a lot of rear looseness out of that last corner. Almost had to go into a long spin and recover it, but saved it pretty well. Hiding the back bumper, pushing the Porsche through the last corner. That's how much faster he is. Now, through the front straight, in the slipstream. This should be no question for the Dutch driver. He should be able to, or sorry, the Croatian driver. He should be able to go up. I look at the flag from a distance. It's the Dutch colors, but it's not. Around the outside goes Smolka, and up into P4 goes the Toyota. One Porsche down, one to go with 13 minutes to go. Do you think he can get after Thomas, Wayne? Do you think he can drive that gap down?
I think he can drive that gap down. I think it's a question of overtaking the driver in there, because we seen Brendan Thomas. You know, he made up that move. Remember that first time we had that little Truly train? Or I guess a little train in the first 15 minutes of the race, right? With all the different drivers. Brandon Thomas, he kind of picked apart everyone in there. I guess it's a little bit of attrition included, because we had JD and Lenneran and all those other drivers, just DNF. But I think that Smoker can catch up, obviously. But an overtaking might be a little bit different rule set, if you will. Maybe we might see more late stage crashes, if you will.
I do agree, and with 12 minutes to go, and with this race just about done, some people will be wanting to keep on to those positions. We know that for sure. But now you can see with the energy, 8% for Ponset, 5% for Frokov, 32% for Thomas. So he will be able to go to the end. Smoka as well. So the only guys, there's pretty much 3 cars I have to pit. And that's our leaders, Ponset and Frokov, and then obviously Kennedy. I am curious to see how much time they lose on the sub. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll maybe be 10 to 15 seconds out once Thomas and Smolka come out, but that gap is 3.6 seconds. Yeah, no, I do think that Smolka will be able to rain it down. Hopefully Thomas, once he realizes that there's a damn fast Toyota behind him, he might start picking up the pace a little bit. But we'll have to see what happens. We have 9 cars left in this race. I cannot believe it that more than half of this field, or yeah, well, no, not half of the field has been taken. Almost half of the field has been taken out. It's almost been a clean sweep. But the guys out on track, we have an Alpine, a BMW, a Porsche, a Toyota, a Porsche, a Soda Fraschini, a Cadillac, and a Porsche. So, you know, I gotta be honest, very impressed by Thomas for going long on the strategy. Wasn't expecting one of the 963s to do so well on strategy, because he's also going to jump Bergfest as well. So he will easily be able to keep in front of Bergfest in 6th. That will move up in the 5th once Kennedy gets into the pit. So, yeah, very good job from them. But now, as we see a little bit in the background, that's Mr. Ponset coming up on our lead on this, guys. So, Ponset almost lapping everyone except for the top 4. That is dominance from that 36 car. Wow, what a race from him. Is now the 10-minute board has officially come out. Officially 10 minutes remaining in this race. And Ponset and Frokov going to be going into their stops either this lap or the next. But Ponset, our leader, lapping all but Frokov, Thomas, and Philippe Smolka. Wow, that is a dominant showing from the Alpine. I thought it was going to be a 1-2, but sadly it is not. Then to the pits he goes, is our leader. Now, because we see 3rd and 4th, they're almost a whole lap down, we'll see just how much time Ponset loses in this stop. There's Frokov. Wow, he put a gap on him. That's insane. So, I actually know. Sorry, my apologies. That gap has to be because Frokov must have pit early. He won a lap earlier and brought that gap, but that's got to be the only reason why. So now we're going to see he's entering through the last sector. He's starting to enter through the last sector. My apologies. We'll see if he comes out with Ponset. Just under 9 minutes to go. And through the second to last corner he goes. Let's check if Ponset is out on track as of right now, and he is in the turn 1. And yeah, that's the go of the show. Just how much of a good stint Ponset had, and yeah, very much clear. It says that his energy is 3%,
which I don't believe, and yeah, it's 21%. So he's going to be able to keep it. But now let's go look at this battle for third place, because this is pretty much our only
real battle that we're seeing. And with 8 minutes to go, this is the question. Can Thomas hold off Smoka as we go down into the last corner? There's a good run here for Smoka. He's pretty much in the best position he can get if you're in that Toyota to get that run into either turn 1 or into turn 3. Out of the final corner we go. In the slipstream, we must go E-I-E-I-E-I.
No, no, it's always going to the pits. You only said that going to the pits.
I can only say that into the pits. You're right. I'm sorry, guys. I am losing it. But who's also losing it is Thomas. Or is he? No, he's not. Thomas, he does have that slight straight line speed. That's pretty impressive. From the, I almost called it the 296 from the 963. As now Smoka gets a really good run. Thomas having to cover all the way to the inside now. Smoka, is he going to go the long way around the outside? No, he won't. He's going to get held off there. He should have gone for it. Yeah, would have been a good move, because we know going around the outside here, you can do it. In GT3 cars, in F1 cars, you should be able to do it in the hypercars as well. But with 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining, this is looking battle. Look at that. Good little switch up move up on the inside. Now, Thomas looking for the switchback, though. He does get it, though. But Smoka, oh, I thought he was going to get up on the inside. He's going to have to fake it out, though, into the double left-hander. Wow, that was a great little move. It surprised us in the move, going for that move.
I think it's surprised Smoka as well, because I thought he got a little squirrely on the entry, and I thought he just locked his brakes.
No, he did. He absolutely did, but Thomas did an incredible job. As now, Smoka going up the inside. He might have gone too deep again, and he has gone too deep again. He's got all the pace in the world, but he can't do a lot with it because he's lost all of that pace now. And with 6.5 minutes, he's got to work that pace up again and to get back on Thomas. You are right, Lane. Thomas was not making it easy for Sleep Smoka. And for that last podium spot, this is everything. Wow. With 6 minutes remaining, now coming into the last corner, Smoka, he's got another run. He might be able to do it into turn 1 and into turn 3 yet again. Now, down into the front straight. He's got the slipstream, but I think that 9.6 stream does have that little bit of straight line advantage, but we'll have to see. In the slipstream we go into turn 1. Who's going to be the last on the brakes? He looks to the outside. He tries to go the long way to the outside. Thomas gets a little bit squirrely, but holds on to it. Oh, this is going to be a great little battle here. Please don't wreck, guys. That's all that I ask. I just want some good racing to the end.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Smoka, go to the outside. Oh, is he going to go a long way around the outside? No, because Thomas loses it a little bit in the outside. Smoka had to take evasive action. The commentators curse, almost rearing its ugly head. But no, nothing at all just yet between the two of them. Smoka looking for any sort of move, coming right onto the back bumper of the 4 car. It is oh so close between these two as the race is coming down to its last bit of corners. The front, it's already been settled, but the question is, who is going to get that last podium spot? Will it be Thomas or will it be Smoka? Down the back straight we go through the drag strip section. It is looking like, you know, there's a lot of opportunities. 5 minutes of racing left, so that means at least there's going to be 2, maybe 3 laps of racing, so that's at least 6 opportunities for Smoka to go for a move, maybe 9. We'll have to see, as he's so racy, looking this way and that way, but Thomas is not letting him pass. As now down into the last corner we go. He's got another run, but Smoka, I wouldn't go for that move if I were you. He's going to go the long way around the outside. He is going to go for some sort of move. Don't jeopardize that overtake, Smoka, because now we're going to go down in the back straight. He's looking really good here. As, oh my God, my nose is fully clogged. I am fully talking through my mouth. Thomas holding it on. Smoka looking up on the inside and gets it. Where did that run come from? Where did that speed? But did he go a little bit too wide on the brakes? He did. He did brake too late. The yellow flag's up, but that's okay. We're going to ignore that as Smoka is going to lose out again. Thomas doing an incredible job.
Thomas played the dummy on him. He broke early. That's how he got
broke early indeed. As he tries to go around the outside, Smoka a little bit of touching between the two of them in the turn 3. But Thomas still
holding on. It's clear to everyone watching this stream, Smoka's got the faster car, but who has the nerves to hold it on to the end? Smoka's going to go the long way around the outside. Is he able to go for it? I don't think so. He isn't going to have the drive. It doesn't have the quarter, though. Thomas, a defensive masterclass in the 963. This is amazing driving from him. He's doing everything that he can to hold him up. Smoka, he has the faster car, but he can't get by. We're 3 minutes left in this race, and it's all down to the wire here at the 60 minutes of Bahrain. Smoka going really deep into the corner. Is he able to get the overtake onto it? Thomas, no, unable to do so. Oh, man, this is insane. And I saw as FJ Endurance typed, the responsibilities of the league owner is real. But what's real is this battle. I thought they were going to crash into the corner. It is tooth and nail between these two with 2.5 minutes to go. That means there's probably it's either going to be 1 lap or 2 laps. Around the outside goes Smoka as he tries to find it into the second to last corner. Looks up the inside through the last corner. He's looking for any overtaking move. He doesn't care where it is. If he sees an opportunity, he's going to go for it. All the way to the right side of the track we go as Thomas holding on for dear life. Smoka tries to go to the outside and goes the long way around the outside. Can he hold it on the brakes? Thomas, a little bit loose on the inside, but he's able to hold it on. The Porsche is so much better on the brakes lane. You can really see it between these two. Smoka now looking into turn 3. He's got another run in the slipstream. Will he go the long way around the outside? He's going to go the long way around the outside. Can he go around the outside into the corner? It's wheel to wheel. Thomas giving it. They touch.
Oh, he gets squirrely.
Smoka holding on for dear life. They touch barely. But wow, he barely held on to it. That's clean racing, fellas. You can go to the stores all you want. They're not going to review that. Let's look at Smoka getting right up onto the back. He's flashing. He's like, get out of the way. Oh, man, I think the boxing gloves have come off, Lane. I don't.
They're doing bare knuckles right now?
This is not good. This is not good between the two of them. Is Smoka going to go for the crazy move up on the inside? No, he doesn't. If he went for the move, I would have left. I would have.
I got flashbacks with that. God,
yeah, we would have gotten flashbacks of that indeed. But now, with a minute left in this race, I think they'll be able to cross the lap one more time, and there'll be one more lap and one more opportunity for Philippe Smoka to get that last podium spot. It is down to the wire between these two. It is so close. This racing is incredible between these two. They are so close to crashing each other out. As look at Thomas closing it off all the way to the right side. But this might be exactly what Smoka's looking for, as now they're going to go wheel to wheel, and he's going to go the long way around the outside, and around the outside he goes, but he's a little bit loose. He has the straight line speed, and that's exactly what he looked for. Thomas, the one error he went for, covering the inside line, and that's Smoka up into P3, and this is probably going to be the last lap of the race. Oh my god, what an overtake around the outside. I didn't know he had that much straight line speed. Thomas must have had a massive drop-off on performance, and look at the gaps now. Yeah, it's done. That battle is done. Yeah. Smoka is your winner of that battle. But with 0 seconds on the clock, we must go to pawn set, as now our leader comes across the line and wins here in the 60 minutes of Bahrain. From lights to flag, an absolute dominant showing. Oh, what a race. Frokov, not sure where he is out on track. He'll be coming across the line pretty soon. Get your burnouts in. You absolutely deserve it. And out of the final corner, across the line goes Frokov. Went all the way down the order, recovered to a solid P2. That's a great points haul from the BMW crew. Welcome back to the race. Wow, what a battle. Smoka and Thomas, they are 3 seconds out on track. And with Smoka has a massive, yeah, you can see it's completely done between the two of them. What a battle between these two. What an amazing little race between them. Oh my
If
God.
I had to put in one column, I gotta say about that battle. Smoka, I felt like he had a hot head trying to make any move happen. Just like he saw a corner, he saw a gap. If gap exists, kind of like Senna. Don't be like Senna.
You went with this Senna. Don't be like Senna in that way. But like,
don't be like Senna. But
like,
that last part,
the mentality.
let's calm down about the mentality of Senna, all right? Anyways, but no, he positioned his car really well to get that exit out into the final corner, right? Where he just cleared that portion where he realized I just need a better exit than this portion because I know this guy has less fuel or, is running slower than me.
Yeah, no, I can't believe that some people zero stopped throughout that race. I don't know if there is a mandatory stop. If there is a mandatory stop, Thomas might be messed up and that whole battle was for nothing. Imagine if he had to do a mandatory stop, that whole battle was just for nothing.
I would have been sad because that was probably the battle of the fucking race, right? Or the freaking race.
That was easily the battle of the race, excuse his French. But the thing is that, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Let's go to General Call, Mr. Lane, and let's interview our race winner.
Absolutely.
Of the race, Antoine Ponce. Let's go to General. As we will be waiting, and we'll go over to the thank you and ending title on the screen. That will be for our interview.
I think we have Thomas asking if it's a mandatory stop. I think that's pretty funny. He did this whole race with no stop, with like broken tires and all that stuff. With two.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's impressive. What are you saying now? Get out of your head.
We'll have to get it. Hopefully, we'll see if Mr. Ponce will join us for an interview. I just got a ping from Mr. Welling. Saying I have come to the conclusion that brick migration is a scam. I went without it and didn't lock up for the rest of the race, but with it I was locking up every corner. Oh, that's great. That's great. I love racing. Don't we love racing, Mr. Lane? I almost did it again. Don't we love it, Mr. Lane? I think we love it, Mr. Lane. The thing is,
I like horse racing.
We do like horse
racing.
I
don't like actual racing. I'm just doing this for the money, for the 2 cents that
for the 2 cents that Jonah's paying him so that he can make it to his next paycheck. I know. It's same. I'm getting paid like 4 cents, bro. It's okay.
What? How are you getting paid more than me?
Because I'm me. But here's the thing. I don't think Mr. Ponce is going to be joining us for this interview. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be joining us. So, Lane, I think we can end it off there.
Before we end it off, who's the driver of the day and who's
an
honorable mention right there?
Oh, my apologies. We got to go through the driver of the day. I mean, he just about lapped the whole damn field. It's got to be Ponce. Another lights the flag dominating race. There's only one guy who had a real chance of dominating that race, and it was him, and he did it. So I would give it to him. Actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Reverse. This is live, first time on air, changing driver of the day mid. I'm changing it to Frokov because he went down the grid. He was the fastest car on track. He had the fastest lap of the race, I'm pretty sure. So he had a really good recovery job. I'm gonna give it to him.
I was gonna say Frokov too.
Yeah, so we're both picking the Frokovs. And so, yeah, Frokov, our driver of the day. Ponce, the race winner.
Honorable mention right here. I'm going to obviously bring it to Thomas.
Yeah, it's got to be Thomas for getting it all the way down. We'll see, though. We'll have to see if that was a mandatory stop and he had to pick.
Oh, we got to see a lot of stuff in the steward's booth, if you will, with all those incidents and all that
100%.
stuff.
Yeah, 100%. We'll have to wait and see. But as for now, that is it from us. My name is Nicholas Poitras, joined by my co-host Lane. Our next race, because we had a little bit of a break between them. Our next race, we have a break, but on February 14th, it is the 105 at Sebring. It is all hypercars. It's going to be a big race, and it's the last race of the season for Season 4 in LMU. So in the 105 Sebring, we will go, and it'll be the last time we'll be here in LMU until we get back into racing later again this year. So second last race, it's looking good. Let's start it off strong with a big finish to the end. Let's get it on going. My name is Nicholas Poitras. I was joined by Lane, and we